Muhammad Ali has been remembered in tributes worldwide for his iconic fight for social justice, as well as his legendary boxing battles following his death. The former world heavyweight champion died late on Friday at a hospital in the U.S. city of Phoenix, Arizona, having been admitted on Thursday.
Clay was by far the best of the USA boxers. His Roman name, Cassius, caused comment.
Born Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali shot to fame by winning light heavyweight gold at the 1960 Rome Olympics.
Cassius Clay, the winner for the USA.
Ali turned professional immediately after the Rome Olympics and rose through the heavyweight ranks, delighting crowds with his showboating, shuffling feet, and lightning reflexes.
Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
In the red trunks, Joe Frazier. In the green trunks, they appear very light.
In 1971, Ali faced Joe Frazier, who had become a heavyweight champion at the time, in a greatly anticipated match that promoters called the fight of the century.
Time is important here.
Both men were undefeated going into the bout, but Frazier won by a unanimous decision.
And maybe with the loser. There it is.
3 years later, Ali defeated Frazier, who had lost his title to George Foreman by unanimous decision.
Sitting here next to Joe Frazier, and Joe, I was just wondering at the moment, what are your impressions?
A few months after beating Frazier, the rumble in the jungle in Kinshasa, Congo Democratic Republic, pitted against the fearsome Ali and younger Foreman.
Here we go, Ali quickly across the round.
Instead of his usual dancing footwork, Ali spent much of the fight covering his face with his arms and leaning against the ropes in a strategy called the rope-a-dope.
Back and forth about the rope, they want them tight or loose.
His plan was to let Foreman tire himself out by throwing punches that did no serious damage, and it worked, allowing Ali to knock him out in the 8th round and reclaim the title. In February 1978, Ali lost his titles by split decision to Leon Spinks. But 7 months later, he got the heavyweight title back by beating Spinks in a 15-round unanimous decision, making him the first man to reign as champion 3 times and then retired. Ali will also be remembered as a civil rights campaigner and poet who transcended the bounds of sport, race, and nationality.
Joining us to look at the life and times of Muhammad Ali is Peter Obo, former British light heavyweight boxing champion, former Commonwealth light heavyweight boxing champion, former WA international light heavyweight boxing champion, and 15 of his wins came through technical knockout. And you say Muhammad Ali was your role model. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
How does it feel losing someone you see as a role model?
I think it's really sad because Ali is my role model. Many boxers became boxers because of Muhammad Ali, and now he's gone. It's really sad.
What do you think that the sport is going to miss about him?
One thing, Ali brought show business into sports. Before, boxing was just like a street fight. Ali brought show business like entertainment and brought the big money. Ali was the first man to make $5 million a fight, and now Ali is gone. So I just hope boxing will not come down again, since Ali has left boxing.
He calls himself the greatest of all time, and he'll live to see himself get to that pinnacle, going ahead to become social advocate of so many things for the uplift of humans as well as his own race. Do you see some other boxers taking on that role that Ali the boxer, Ali the civil rights activist, Ali what they also call the trash talker?
Oh, I think maybe in the next 100 years. Because Ali was a man that what he believes, he stands for it. Then it wasn't easy because in America, then you have, they were having racist problem then. Ali was able to stand and fought for equal right. And most of his mates were eliminated, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, they were all killed. Ali was among the few that survived. So we really miss him, really, to be frank.
And for the game, we'll also have to be talking about protection. Now, looking at you here, you're looking very healthy and fit, but for so many other people that have gone through the game, they still don't end pretty well. Calling into question the debate about having protection for boxers.
I think Ali's problem, Parkinson's disease is not a boxing sickness, I have to be frank with you. In boxing is you can have what they call punch drunk, but rare you can find any boxer punch drunk now, because in boxing you have medicals now before you get into the ring, and if you fail the medical, your license will be retrieved. I think Parkinson has to do with hereditary, because we remember that Joe Frazier even died before Ali. Frazier died of cancer. Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson, that was in the 80s, and now, how many years later? About almost 20-something years later. So really, Ali did not die from boxing disease. I think Parkinson is hereditary. That's why in medicals now, if you go to the hospital, they will ask you, what did your mom when you died of?
But if you look at it now, trying to see how we can bring back the show, as you rightly put it, the show into the business of sports, into the business of boxing, do you see anyone who's trying to bring back that should I say, showmanship into the game?
I think we all, I use that term, we all, I was one time a boxer as well, we try to imitate Ali. But the truth is Ali is the original.
So everyone
yes, because Ali...
An imitation.
Imitation, yes. He knows how to hype the sports. Because me, I remembered when I was a young boy, I watched Charlie and George Foreman. I said, I must be a boxer. Just because of the show business involved in it.
Peter Obo, your boxing record is quite intimidating. We'd like to say many thanks for finding time to join us on the News at 10.
It's a pleasure.
Come on, sports. We'll continue in our sports studios with Ayo.
Many thanks, Sulaiman. Well, the boxing family in Nigeria are also paying tribute to the late Muhammad Ali. They believe his achievements in the ring gave the sport international exposure and also motivated boxers in the country to take up the sport.
Just like he's my role model. I copy him, I copy his fights, his punch, the way he fights. I love him.
I love him when he's boxing. He have a good style. He entertain people. When you watch boxing, if you watch him boxing, you will like to do boxing.
Muhammad Ali, like you asked me, is our legend in the art, the noble art of self-defense as called boxing. He has left a very great impact for us to follow. And it's a name that the world, the boxers are not boxers. All sportsmen all over the world we always live to remember.
Still on Muhammad Ali, tributes are still pouring in from all over the world for the late legendary boxer. In his hometown of Louisville, mayor of the city, Greg Fisher, says Ali's iconic career, both in and out of the ring, means he has left behind a lasting legacy. And now to tennis, and of course in the French Open, 22-year-old Spaniard Garbine Muguruza has upset world number 1 Serena Williams in straight sets to win her first Grand Slam title. The number 4 seed beat her American opponent 7-5, 6-4 to make amends for losing last year's Wimbledon final against Williams. Muguruza is Spain's first female champion at Roland Garros since Arantxa Sanchez Vicario in 1998. And that's a wrap on sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun Sulaiman. We'll be back with the rest of the news at 10.
The Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, says he's received with shock and indeed with utmost dismay the unfortunate incident that happened in Kano State that led to the murder of Mrs. Bridget Agbahime, who hails from Imbitoli, a local government area of the state. Governor Okorocha, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Mr. Sam Onwemodo, described the killing as very unfortunate and a height of recklessness on the part of the perpetrators. The governor called on all relevant security agencies in Kano State to leave no stone unturned in carrying out thorough investigation into the murder and also stop at nothing to bring those who carried out the murder to book. The governor also appealed to Imo indigents in Kano State to remain calm and enable law enforcement agents to do their job by carrying out the needed investigation into the matter and also take the necessary actions. The water level of the River Seine in Paris has begun receding after reaching a 34-year high. Yesterday, the river level rose 20 feet above its normal height. Floods also forced parts of the metro system and major landmarks to close, while the Louvre and Orsay museums were shut so that the staff could move art to safety. And the main news again, the federal government has made true its promise to release the list of funds looted from the nation's treasury. A statement released today by the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, shows that a total of 78.3 billion naira, $183.1 million, £3.5 million, and 11,250 euros have so far been recovered between May 29th, 2015 and May 25th this year. The statement further added that some funds classified as interim for future have been recovered, while others from foreign jurisdictions are being awaited. And tributes have poured in from across the world for boxing legend Muhammad Ali, who's died at the age of 74. That's the news at 10 tonight. We'll leave you with some of Muhammad Ali's most famous quotes in his legendary career.
Other so-called Negroes go 10,000 miles away from home here in America to drop bombs and bullets on other innocent brown people who's never bothered us. And I will say directly, no, I will not go.
15 times I have told the clown what round he's going down, and this chump ain't no different. He'll fall an 8 to prove that I'm great. And if he keeps talking jive, I'm going to cut it to 5.
Now, everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. When I beat Sunday, listen, I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog until I'm about 50 years old. Right. Then you might get me. But I didn't dance. I didn't dance for a reason. I wanted to make him lose all his power. I kept telling him he had no punch. He couldn't hit. He's swinging like a sissy. He's missing. Let me see your box. I hadn't started dancing yet. You can't say my legs are gone. You can't say I was tired, because what happened? I didn't dance from the second round on. I stayed on the ropes. When I stay on the ropes, you think I'm doing bad. But I want all boxers to put this in the page of boxing. Staying on the ropes is a beautiful thing with a heavyweight when you make him shoot his best shots and you know he's not hitting you. I would have gave George Foreman 2 rounds of steady punching, because after that he was mine. But he was falling, he was missing. I don't know if I'm going to fight again or not. I'm going to retire as of now. I have to talk to my leader.